You know, Goldie banging Eric Watts wasn't the biggest mistake of her month.
No, that was the segment that aired on NWA-TNA PPV number 46.
Maybe the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's funny, both the PW Torch and Wrestling Observer are like, this segment with Goldylocks is one of the worst segments that has aired on television in as long as we can remember.
I knew it was bad as soon as Don West pitched it by saying, for those who are a fan of Jackass or The Man Show, and I was like, no, this can't be good.
So they cut to this Goldylocks video, and Goldylocks is in in the city. She's outside the store, and she's like, yo, my phone's broken, so I need to go get a new phone. And you're like, okay.
Okay, where's this going, Goldilocks? I thought for a second she was like an extra on a Jackass skit or something, and that's where this was going.
Yeah, it's very strange. So Goldylocks goes into the store where there is a person there, just like, hey, how can I help you? And Goldylocks improving in the worst improv I've ever seen in my life. It's so bad.
Was this all a work?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Because that guy didn't look like a real guy who would... Because he would call for cops. He'd be like, what the fuck is happening? This woman's insane.
It was meant to be filmed like candid camera style, but like the camera angle moved multiple times.
So, also, this thoroughly explains why she's with Eric. She's also bad shit.
So yeah, she's standing there talking to the person in the shop, being like, hey, my phone's broken. Can you fix it? It's broken. See, it's broken. I push the buttons and nothing happens. It's broken. Then she hands the phone to he looks at it, she takes it back and is like, I need the phone to make phone calls and whatnot. That's what phones do. They make phone calls.
And he's like, yeah, I know what phones do. I work in a phone store.
And she's like, oh, I'm double parked outside, to which he responds, that's illegal.
It's a great line.
And she's like, I know, thank you very much. And then she's like, can you help me? Can you fix my phone? And he responds, no. And then she begins to go, like, ahead of her time, to be fair. This is 2003, but she has a full Karen meltdown right there in the store.
And this guy's like, what is happening?
So she starts freaking out. She starts shouting at him. She's like, I just need to make a call. I need to use my phone. And she starts shouting at him, and she starts trashing the store, and she starts breaking things, and she starts putting on her giant fur coat. And I don't know why this aired on the wrestling show.
It's really like this felt like an Eric Watts promo in how completely chaotic it was.
It's like it's just completely unhinged. Like everything about it, from the way it was shot, the way it was performed.
And it went for like 5 minutes.
3.5, because I tried to clip the whole thing for Twitter, and then I realized it's way too long to clip the whole thing for Twitter.
We may have to like post it in like just a twofer or something, because it needs to be seen.
It is just the strangest. Like, I have no idea why this was on the wrestling. Actually, I do. Goldylocks pitched it. Backstage news. Goldylocks came up with the idea for her cell phone show vignette, which numerous wrestlers and fans have ranked among the worst segments in wrestling history.
Including 2 people who currently are hosting a podcast.
At least one TNA source believes the vignette was either Goldylocks' TNA audition tape or something like it, as the person had actually watched a similar tape a few months ago. Listen, they went... Again, we talk about TNA people arguing in public about things. They did it again about this segment. Goldylocks actually defended the segment during an appearance on The Voice of Wrestling. Different Voice of Wrestling.
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute.
Yes, us. She appeared here.
Goldylocks, please come on the podcast and talk about this segment.
Bob Ryder, TNA's head of talent relations, was on the show prior to Goldie, and he said he didn't think the segment served any purpose. When Goldie joined the show, she respectfully disagreed with Ryder's take on the segment, saying she felt the only problems were that it wasn't set up well and that it lasted too long.
Well, that is correct.
Wrestlers weren't surprised to hear that Goldie had come up with the idea. The big question among the wrestlers were which member of management approved it and why.
I mean, that's a Russo dream right there.
Because this aired in May 2003, only 2 months after Punk'd has started on MTV, and it does feel like a very horrible Vince Russo brained version of a Punk'd skit.
I hated it. I truly I really hated it, because I hate real time cringe prank show things. I hate them. I hate them so much, and this was the worst one I've ever seen of them.
But even Don West, as you said, when he pitched it, he was like, it's like Mad TV or Jackass. It's like, no, it's nothing like those things.
Excuse me, he said The Man Show. Please don't bury Mad TV with the affiliation.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you do this? Why does it exist? Why was it on this wrestling show? And think about this. This wasn't live. This was pre-taped and pre-produced, and people saw it and watched it and still put it on the wrestling show.
No one thought to trim it.
Entirely trim it. Cut it all together, perhaps.
But yes. But like, even if you were like dead, like Goldie has something that she's gonna sue you over if you don't play this thing. Like, you couldn't cut it down.
But if you watch it, it is cut down.
Imagine though, release the Goldie cut.
The full thing, which is probably like, because it's edited down to like 3.5. There's some like hard cuts. It's probably like the full thing might be like 5, 6, 7 minutes.
Yeah, we have to post this in some manner. People need to see this.
Yeah, I posted it to I posted like a cut down version to my Twitter yesterday.
Or retweet it.
If you want to take a look at it, because it's unhinged. It's just completely unhinged. It's insane.
It's terrifying.
Oh dearie me.
And like Goldie's a fave of the show. Mm-hmm. So please, like, fix your shit. This is what that Eric Watts dick does. Transfers the crazy.
Clearly passes the deranged Eric Watts lore.
Oh, I feel ill thinking about it.
It's so strange. As I said, why did the people put it on the television show? You saw it. You looked at it. Why?
She must have had like something in her contract. She's like, 1 year in, I need to have one segment that I can put on TV.
Oh, yeah. It ended with this like girl power rock song that Goldie performs. Which played over the second half of it. And actually, I couldn't listen close enough to determine this, but I'm pretty sure the instrumental of that versus Goldie song is the AMW theme, not the current one, the one that they would more famously have.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, this is on NWA-TNA PPV number 46, May 21st. It's worth seeing in its entirety just to take it all in.
Oh, boy.